Next, they arrived in Jakarta. I saw it.
Bart, ya.
Oh ya.
Masih ada, Ibu. Ya, salam dari Bart untuk Bu Ari katanya. Yeah, sis, Leticia is there. Leticia, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. I'm here. I just
Yeah.
turned on my camera.
Yeah, we just talked about you. Ibu Ari is already here.
Hello. It's a bit from far, so I cannot see her very well.
Yes.
How are you doing? Aha! Now I
Hi,
can.
how are you?
Very good.
Long
Doing
time
very
no
well.
see. Yeah. Hope you can join here in Jakarta.
Oh, I'm in the Netherlands.
Yeah, I mean you can I hope we can see each other in Jakarta one day.
I hope as well. I'm planning to go this year, still this year. How are you doing, Ibu Ari?
Do as usual, just the same person. Nothing changed too much.
No?
Yeah. Okay, so the- Leticia, we will start for the discussion here. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang dan salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Good afternoon to all of the colleagues from the Ocean Cleanup, from the representative of the Embassy of the Netherlands, and all of the colleagues in the Directorate General of the Water Resources, from the Secretary General representative from Bureau Planning and Cooperations, and then all of the representative from the Balai in the Directorate General of Water Resources. So we are welcome you all to join for the coordination meeting, and also for the representative from the coordinator ministry they join by offline and online if possible. Parofi will join. So welcome to our office. Today we would like to discuss regarding the follow-up action for the project of cleaning up rivers in Indonesia. So the last discussion that already conducted 2 months ago, I forgot it. Sorry. We already start the initial discussion to continue the cooperation with the ocean cleanup. Of course, for continuing the cooperations, the MOU already signed by the coordinator ministry and also with the ocean cleanup. So for the implementations, we would like to start for the implementation agreement, but there's several points that we would like to discuss before we go on details. So before we start, maybe I would like to invite Rexa to explain the current status of this cooperation in our side. So silakan Rexa.
Thank you very much, Ibu Ari, for the invitation. Hello, everyone. My name is Rexa. I will now present to all of you about our current status. So this is the brief notes that the Coordinating Ministry of Food Affairs already signed the MOU, as Ibu Ari said in the beginning. So now the MOU is a renewal of our previous cooperations, which is already in the Cengkareng Drain and Cisadane River. Also, TLC already coordinate intensely with the PWS or the RBOs with the Bali and also the Cisadane Bali. This is also a follow-up request by the Kemenko that we have to prepare the implementation agreement and also the deployment agreement. So now our meeting agenda is discussing about the follow-up about the clausel of what might not be or what might be covered, and maybe if there are somebody who want to raise a point in the discussion can discuss it this afternoon. So yeah. So this is the follow-up of the TOC. We have the agenda for today is the agreement structure itself, also about the ownership and transfer of management of the interceptor solution, and the stages and the roles of each stakeholders, other provisions such as intellectual property, funding, liability disputes, and then the proposed timeline to be in line with everybody's target. First is the legal basis for the direct foreign grant process. We have Government Regulation number 10/2011 concerning procedures of the procurement for foreign loans and grants received. So the Ministry of Finance Regulation at 2017 concerning grant management administration. Also, we have our own Ministry of Public Works Decree number 9020 KPTS 2025. So first, we already draft the cooperation document, the implementation arrangement that is sent to us. We already make it that everybody can review and also can put their comment. We already reviewed internally within the Directorate General of Water Resources and Bureau PKLN. So then the request for approval and the process of signing power, we need to give a letter to our ministry so that he can give the power of attorney to the DG level for the master of EIA, and then we also can convey it to the head of the river basin. Also, there's a point in the implementation arrangement that it is an optional of asset handover from TUC if at some point TUC have its own legal entity in Indonesia. So there's also, if there is a handover process from TUC to Balai or TUC or then Balai to the regional government to be managed by the regional government. Next, this is the agreement structure. So basically we have these 4 steps. So the first is the umbrella of master implementation agreement that is between Ministry of Public Works and the Ocean Cleanup. So this is the general legal financial operational framework for the entire projects, and then the deployment agreement is that the singular agreement between the TOC and the river basins organization office. So maybe they are not in the same timeline, but they can sign the agreement separately. So and then the deployment schedule, and Schedule 1A is the annex for the deployment agreement that is signed by the stakeholders in the regional stakeholders, also by the river basin organization. So the ownership and transfer of management of this interceptor solution is in the initial funding and ownership is by the TOC. So they fund and develop and fully owns the solutions, install at no cost of the government. And the minimum of the operation is 5 years. The TOC will fund for this and install it. And then the joint performance evaluation will be conducted every 6 months, maybe also by a representative of the Menko Bidang Pangan. And then there will be a discussion of extension of at the end of the project period, but this have to be agreed for 12 months before the expiry of the agreement. Also, there will be discussion about the ownership transfer and the post-ownership transfer. The TOC retains the right to site access, to install monitoring, receive information, etc. So we also identified that there are 4 stages to have deployment active. So first we are identifying the preparation and permitting processes and what its role may and responsibilities may be. In this case, the AOC will have a responsibility for the studies, the design, and the permitting documents, and then BBWS or BWS will review. And the TOC, when the TOC already make the permission to Ministry of Public Works, BWS will review, will give a contact, and then the Sekda Kota Kabupaten maybe in this case will be the applicant for the permit or the penggunaan sumber daya air, and also land permit if applicable. And this is also supported by Dinas PUPR in each province. Also, the installation will be by TOC, and the operation may be TOC with some help of local NGO will help in the operations. But maybe this have to be identified in the agreement or not. Maybe this is also something to be agreed on. At the end of the day, it will be disposed by the regional DLHK, whether it is incinerated or initial sorting. Next, there will be performance monitoring and evaluation that is already discussed before. So it's every 6 months. And then if by 2 consecutive reviews, the indicators are not met, the TOC has the right to withdraw and relocate to another site. The regional government have to cooperate within 30 days of written notice if this happen. And then the regional are obligated to have site access permits and stakeholder engagement to ensure that this operation will progress smoothly. Other provisions is about the funding, the IP liability and dispute. So the TOC holds all rights to the IP of the interceptor coalition. Regional government receive a non-exclusive license for operations, so that they must protect the brand's reputation and is prohibited from registering similar trademarks for in this case. And then no liability for indirect consequential losses. TOC is released from operational liability after ownership transfer, and regional government indemnifies TOC against third-party claims after ownership transfer. And dispute, if there are any disputes, it has to be negotiated through middle parties maybe, but if it is unsuccessful, maybe it will be resolved through BANI. If in case of force majeure, floods, earthquake, etc., lasting more than 6 months, may terminate the deployment agreement, and TOC may assign the agreement to an Indonesian entity with our consent, with the Ministry of Public Works consent. The term, the Master IA remains in effect until jointly terminated in writing. So the Master IA is the downstream. It cannot be unilaterally terminated while an active deployment agreement exists. Termination of Master IA does not affect an ongoing deployment agreement. So in case that the deployment agreement is already signed, but the Master IA is terminated, that deployment agreements remain effective. This is the proposed timeline. So for 5 consecutive years, at the August, we have the target, August, maybe September, or September, we have target that Master IA and the deployment already signed and effective. 14 days after the signing of Master IA, the copy will be submitted to Ministry of Public Works. And then for each 6 months from this August 2026, there's operation underway, and general performance will be reviewed up to the 2030. There are several conditional time frames where specific condition will trigger, such as the deadline of the regional government cooperation with the TOC, and then deadline to remedy a default or conduct from within notice, deadline of dispute, and force majeure. So this is a study case about what already happened in the river basin of Bali Penida. There are two rivers. Rivers is Tukat in this term, so Tukat Badung and Tukat Mati. The river basin will have recommendation permit from river basins, but somebody have to apply for it first, and in this case maybe from the regional stakeholders. Unit 1 is managed by PWS in Tukat Badung, and Unit 2 managed by Denpasar City Government. And then it will be processed at the waste processing site at Tahura. The same case for Tukat Mati, Unit 1 will be managed by the Badung Regency Government. And it will be processed at Padang Seni waste processing site. Thank you. Maybe that's all from us. I'll come back to Bu Ari.
Actually, this is all of the summaries that we received the draft of the implementation agreement from your side, but we have several points to be discussed based on the last agreement that we already have. There's a lot of change in the master of EA and also the detail of the master of EA. It's also what can I say? Cover a lot of things that's and the majority is same as the last agreement that we already have, but the attachment of these implementation arrangements, we would like to propose change from the last cooperations. So for the handover certificate, it's also still, we propose that we still become one of the annex that we should revert. And then for the master EA, we understand that we have the cooperation, the cooperation is between the Oceanic Cleanup and also the DG Water Resources. But the last cooperations, we also invite the Embassy of the Netherlands as part of the government of the Netherlands representative in Indonesia to become as a joint collaboration and also signing in the Master of EA. So the first we propose that point, and then some articles for the Master EA is also a lot of change. It's to I mean for the master is to details to include all of the contents. So if possible, it can be dropped into the second level of the arrangements. So because it's almost and if possible, we can make it very simple for the master EA. And then for the master EA, the exact location is not I mean it's not yet mentioned, but we propose it can be opened for the locations. But for the detail master EA, we will sign one by one based on the locations. And for the first location, we propose for the Bali location in Denpasar and Kabupaten Badung, Kota Denpasar, Kabupaten Badung. But one of the proposal from the Balai that it for the detail implementation arrangements divided in based on the regional government. I mean, Kota Denpasar is separate agreement with the Kabupaten Badung. That's the proposal. The Master EA for the Bali will be proposed. It will be divided by two. Can I say what is the name? The implementation arrangement, and also signed by the different entities in the Kota Denpasar, Kabupaten Badung. And kembali ke yang slide pertama saya. So our concern is there's a little bit different in our internal process. We need to, I mean, this the sanitary from our side yang slide 4. The DG will sign for the master EA, but of course, after getting some power of attorney from the minister, so that should be mandated authority from the minister to the DG to signing the agreement. That's why we need more process in our internal to get the approval of the minister. So and also in the end of this process, the handover certificate for Bali as the first case will be hand over to the regional government and also hand over to the Balai. So the template of the handover certificate should be discussed and become one annex of this arrangement. So that's the point that we would like to discuss, but detail article by article maybe we can correspondent by text, and maybe we can propose some change by corresponding by email. Yeah. So I think this is from me. So I will offer to Ms. Meike or Bu Ira if there's any response and there's any target to sign of this arrangement. Kami silahkan. So please.
Makasih Bu Ari, thank you so much. But maybe before I start, I would like also to inform that Pak Marco, our report director, also just joined. Selamat siang, Pak Marco. Selamat pagi from the Netherlands, of course, actually.
Selamat siang ya.
Selamat siang. Pak Marco, I think so you already met him before, Bu Ari, and also Pak Rafi. Kita update setelah meeting ini beliau. Terima kasih. Summarize a little bit the input from Ibu Ari. The first one is that the proposal to include the handover certificate into the annexes of the implementation agreement, and the second one is to also include the embassy of the Netherlands to be part also of the oversight party. And the third one is to simplify some of the contents in the master, like the first layer, the master of implementation agreement. And the fourth one to include the part of that detailed information into the second layer, which is the deployment agreement. And the fifth one is to start with the signing with Bali for the deployment agreement, and the following with the signatories agreement is from the DG, but that will require power of attorney from the minister, so that will maybe take some time to get the power of attorney. And I think that's a part of the proposals that proposed by Ibu Ari. Maybe Leticia, if you want to, or Pak Marco, you have any response on that, but please allow me just a little bit, maybe to share a very short presentation. I think most of them already covered by Pak Reksa. But just this is the little bit of our overview of the progress, and hopefully which also a lot of them is already include and also overlap in our discussion. It's okay. I'm sorry, I put it in the PDF, so it's not that going to be too heavy. So hopefully it's big enough for you to see. So the overview of the updates, if of course, first of all, in the design of the interceptor itself. Right now, we don't use the interceptor original S001 in the Cengkareng drain, so we use now the barriers, which mostly familiar with the DLH, also with the BBWS for the operational purposes. And then the second one, of course, is already explained by Pak Reksa, that unlike the first handover, which is conducted directly with 001 interceptors, we propose to have the first 5 years to cover the operational costs, and then by the 4th year, then we will discuss on the plan for the handover. And we will see whether at that point we already have the discussion or decision regarding the national entity or not. Then we can take the next step from there. And the third one is, of course, the structure of the implementation agreements. It's already discussed and explained very detailed by Pak Reksa. So I don't need to go in that in more detail. The following one is actually the deployment plans. So according to our plan, exactly also already explained by Pak Reksa, we have 10 rivers. 2 in Bali, which is in Kota Denpasar, Tukat Badung, and also Kabupaten Badung, Tukat Mati, 1 in Citandui, and also 2 in Bekasi, which is Kali Jambe and Kali Bekasi, and Kabupaten Tangerang is Kali Dadap, and 4 in Jakarta, which is Kanal Banjir Timur, Kali Blencong, which is 1 unit, and Cakung Drain, Kali Sunter, and Kali Adem. We want to propose Ibu Ari if the most advanced right now, beside Bali, is actually also Tangerang and Kali Jambe. So if it's possible, then for the signing for the first round, we also can, in parallel, preparing for the Tangerang Kali Dadap and also for the Kali Jambe in Bekasi. So we have Bali and also Tangerang and also Bekasi for the first round, and also the discussion for Citandui, because Citandui is actually a little bit of unique case. The structure itself for the implementation agreement is already explained by Pak Reksa. It is exactly the same, so I don't need to go in detail for that. We have actually 1 layer for the master one, and then the second layer is the regional deployment agreement, which is between the Ministry of Public Works and the ocean cleanup as well as the regional government. So we hope that we can discuss on the timeline after this. And the other relevant subject that we want to discuss is also actually the permit process, Ibu, because right now in parallel we are preparing with the regional government for the permit, the SDA, sumber daya air. Is it possible also to submit and also to prepare the permit in parallel with the IA process, so we don't lose any more time? Then if we get the IA signed, that also kind of more or less the same time that we can get the permit, so we can push the deployment before ahead of the monsoon season, because that's the very important that we can do it prior to the musim hujan or the monsoon season. And one question is actually regarding Citandui project, because that's a little bit of unique case. With other area, we deal directly with the BBWS as well as with DLH, with the regional government. But with Citandui project, because it's a dam, the area is directly managed by BBWS, which is part of the Ministry of Public Works. So we want to ask whether the deployment agreement itself, it should be conducted like the tripartite, which is for us maybe not the case for Citandui. So maybe Citandui is only between BBWS and the ocean cleanup, or only the Ocean Cleanup and the Ministry of Public Works, because the BBWS is part of the Ministry of Public Works. So we would like to maybe ask for your information regarding the Citandui project. And the third one is, of course, the timeline. Since we gonna have the quite tight timeline, try to push for the deployment before the monsoon season, sebelum musim hujan. So we really would like to maybe have the clarity and also confirmation regarding when we can sign the master IA, and of course for the deployment of agreement, because then we can prepare our coordination with the regional government. I think that's from us, Ibu. Terima kasih. Leticia, do you have any input or any comment before we come further with the discussion? Or Marco?
Yeah, the line, I think it's a bit, the noise is a bit difficult for me and Marco.
Oh.
But if you can hear me well, then I can proceed. From the points that you raised, can you hear me well? Oh, good. Yeah, so from the two out of the 5 points that you raised, 2 we already have comments. So for the inclusion of the handover certificate, we don't see a problem with that. We proceed like that in the previous implementation agreement and cooperation agreement with Ibuari. So it's fine if that's the wish from the ministry, that it's fine with us. The same, it's applicable to drop provisions as well, so we can identify which provisions can be dropped from the master agreement to the specific attachments, just to discuss this with Ibuari as well. And regarding the third one, the inclusion of the Dutch government, it's very welcome to the ocean cleanup. We just need to understand with the Dutch government how the process to review the agreement can be done. That it's still in a time manner that can enable the deployments for September as we wish. But we can do that. We can have this discussion with the embassy.
Thank you, Leticia. Marco, do you have anything to add? Marco?
No, so basically, we have the same items, Leticia and I. I just want to maybe stress, or I'm looking forward to bring more interceptors to the Indonesian waters, and as soon as possible. So, and I love to start with Bali, but of course we also have quite some challenging rivers and canals on Java. So let's hope that we can get it signed as soon as possible and can start working. For us, it's also important to show that you actually can make an impact, also to the people that fund us, right? So let's hope we can, before the end of the year, start implementing these interceptors. Terima kasih.
Ya. Kembali kepada Ibu Ari. Terima kasih, Ibu.
Ira, bisa minta slide yang akan didiskusikan tadi, saya meresponnya itu. Okay, thank you, Leticia, for your comments for the additional annex for the handover certificate. So we would propose maybe some minor modify, because we will check with Balai who will be the end of the user of this handover. Maybe we will divide it, the end of user if the Balai itself, and the end of user if the regional government. So it's the same case as the Interceptor 20, that the end user is the regional government. So I think just more simple if the end user is the Balai. No need additional implementing unit for the final recipients. Thank you. And for the simplify the clause of the Master of EA, because and thank you a step of this, because some settlement of dispute is a little bit different with the previous ones. Of course, that we will have the mutual cooperations, and if there's any dispute, we will discuss in the between two parties. But you mentioned in here with some board arbitrations. That's why it's we will see this because of all of the cooperations under the grant funding or for the mutual cooperations usually not using of this National Board of Arbitration. So maybe one of these simplify the clause maybe for the settlement of dispute. Other than this that proposed to be dropped, this is regarding the form of the cooperations. The name is still the interceptor, but this is as already mentioned by Ibu Ira, the name is already interceptor of barrier. So I think we will in line with the name. And for the signing from the embassy, maybe I propose that this is the representative of the Netherlands governments from the embassy. That will be thank you. You also welcome on this. So I think we also happy about this. So waiting for the embassy respond on this. And then now it's already end of July. So we try to proceed within the in the month of August with the first comments first for the master EA and EA sending by maybe we can correspond by email for the comments. So after we settle all of the clause, we proceed for the internal report to our minister because this circular a lot of parties would be give approval on that. So if one of the first comment maybe not many change in the clause, we can proceed in parallel hopefully. But for the target of signing, this is the optimistic on the September, but we will try after all of the internal arrangements clear, we will try as soon as possible. And then the next discussion for the location. Actually, we in our internal process, we only received the final proposal from Bali. So we haven't discussed any location yet because actually we asked for the ballet to mapping all of the stakeholders first before they send their proposals. So this implementation arrangement should be clear who will be the responsibility and also the end user of this project ya. So for Citandui and also for Kalidadap ya. Kalidadap, we haven't received any formal application or formal proposal from both from the regional government or from Balai itself. So we already have the internal discussion with them. So we asked them if they want to continue the proposal, they have to submit the mapping process of the internal stakeholders, especially between Balai and regional government. So we may propose the first master EA and the deployment and all of the administration for the Bali location first. Then if we receive all of the proposal that you mentioned in here, then we will continue to signing the deployment agreement after that. If possible do like that, then we will proceed the first option for these arrangements. So I think this is my response on the discussion of the deployment plans. Mungkin itu Bu Ira, terima kasih.
Kasih Bu Ari. Maybe a little bit response on the schedule since we are looking at the schedule here. I think we agree with start with Bali, so at least we can move on and also start the process right away. And in parallel with Bali, we will also start preparing with other BBWS and also regional government, especially with Citandui, and also with Tangerang and also Bekasi, as well as with Jakarta. And with because we're dealing with BBWS Cilicis, So maybe there is any proposal that someone that we can do as a point of focal, Pak Reksa, maybe Bu Ari from BBBS Cilicis, that maybe we can put as our main contact so we can easily coordinate and discuss with you. Yeah, Cilicis, Pak. Then and also Citandui, Pak. Citandui with Pak Pur last time, so I will connect with Pak Pur.
Yeah, for the Ciliwung Cisadane, because they haven't finished yet the Interceptor 20, so I think they prefer to finish the Interceptor 20. That's my what can I say? That's we already discussed at that time. But if they change their mind, maybe you can discuss with the planning division and also the operation maintenance division in Balai. But
Okay.
the PIC, better you meet first with the head of the acting of the head of Balai to give direction who will be discussed regarding the Kali Dadap, yeah.
Yeah.
So for the Citandui, yes, we already have a discussion last week, but I asked them to mapping all of the stakeholders and what they need to make sure the process in internal balai and also with the regional government. So the formal proposal not yet received by us.
Okay.
So we cannot continue the process further. So regarding the Recomtech ya, tadi Ibu tanya Recomtech ya. So Recomtech, so from the Bali, maybe the Bali from the Bali will help me to explain. For the Recomtech, usually we do based after all of the agreement signed, but all of the documents can be prepared in advance. It's fine, but all of the process because this is arrangement become one of the basis to propose the Recomtech. So I think it will be better that we finish all of the arrangement than to do the Recomtech. But all of the requirements for the Recomtech you can discuss with Balai. There will be two condition in Bali. If the proposed implementation in the regional governments, because the end user of the regional government, the proposal is come from the regional government, yeah.
Yeah.
But the end user of Balai, there's no need Recomtech, I think. But maybe from Bali, you can help me to explain about the Recomtech. Ibu tadi yang slide selanjutnya ada yang Recomtech kan? Yang ini nih slide selanjutnya. Yang Ibu pertanyaan slide selanjutnya.
Betul, Bu.
Yeah, so maybe from Bali, also in here, so could you please give some additional information regarding the processing of the Recomtech and also the proposal from the Ocean Cleanup can be yes for the Recomtech ya.
Ya,
Yes,
SDA,
for
Bu.
the,
Sumber daya air, penggunaan
Ya.
sumber daya air.
ya mungkin dari Bali bisa menambahkan untuk proses ini, silakan Pak. Jika ada hal-hal lain yang akan direspon dari agenda yang tadi kita bahas, silakan juga. Kami silakan dari Bali.
Thank you, Bu Ari. Actually, we are from Bali already know that there will be three sites, two sites in Tukat Badung River and one site in Tukat Mati River. And we already have a lot of discussion with TOC regarding the technical stuff. Therefore, we think that it can make the process will be faster later. But because all of the permit regulation is on the central office in Jakarta, we still wait regarding the proposal or the submission in the permit process from TOC or from the local government in here, which has agreement with the TOC letter. Yeah, And we know that the local government already made kind of proposal and also some communication with the TOC regarding this. So we think we're still in progress regarding that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mbak Aini. Thank you, Mbak Aini, for the additional explanation regarding the process of the permit. So if the proposal is from the local governments, so they same as the Interceptor 20, they propose the the technical recommendation to the central office, but maybe need some additional acknowledgement from the balai ya.
Ya.
Mungkin itu ya Bu.
Ya, siap Ibu. Mungkin one last question Bu regarding Citandui, since we're dealing directly with PPWS, so there is no requirement for permit ya Bu, because it's part of the for the SDA permit.
Yeah, that's also itu juga yang that's also we still have more some more discussion with Citandui and also Directorat Bina OP. So if Directorat Bina OP, Directorat Operation and Maintenance also join in here. So if you want to add something regarding Citandui dari OP, ada yang mau menambahkan terkait Citandui? From the Directorate Operation and Maintenance, would you like to give some more update information after the last discussion with the Citandui last week? Yeah, Bu Ira, maybe if they cannot give any response, so actually that's the main point that I asked to Balai to mapping all of the stakeholders, so we can divide all of the roles from the each stakeholder. So based on that, do they need some kind of the technical recommendation or not? It depends on who will become the end user and operate and maintain the barrier itself. So that's why I think the last discussion is already clear with Balai and our internal colleagues in DG Water Resources. So we still waiting for the update from Balai to mapping all of the stakeholders.
Oke.
Mungkin itu.
Nanti izin begitu, berarti kami we will follow up with BBWS Citandui ya Bu. Berarti untuk koordinasi dengan
Yeah.
Kemempeng.
Yeah, if they need what can I say? If they need the interceptor barrier, so they can continue to propose, but I don't. They still ragu-ragu soalnya apakah perlu atau enggak gitu. Terus apakah seperti apa dan sebagainya, mereka masih ragu-ragu Bu. Nah, atas hal tersebut kami belum bisa bilang bahwa Citandui oke nih akan lanjut
Siap.
gitu.
Berarti nanti konfirmasi harus datang dari Citandui dulu.
Iya, konfirmasi. Jadi kami di sini hanya akan memproses jika memang balainya sudah oke dan sudah memapping semua stakeholdernya dan semuanya sudah jelas, sehingga di dalam implementation arrangement ini sudah jelas apa hak dan kewajibannya. Nah, sehingga kita buat nggak bisa langsung serentak untuk yang deployment. Jadi kita bertahap sesuai dengan kesiapan masing-masing pihak. I'm sorry, I speak in Bahasa. So for better understanding, for our position to follow up on these cooperations, because we can do it all of in the one time. Because I understand that's a simple process, but if all of the recipient not yet ready, I can say we can continue this further.
Our concern is actually regarding the deployment schedule, Bu, because the barrier that needs to be installed prior to the musim hujan or monsoon season, and that's usually happening bulan Oktober ya. So we need to make sure that if we want to aim for this year deployment, that we want to at least be ready by October. Is it possible to aim for that timeline, Ibu, especially for the permit? So that's why we propose for the parallel process with the permit, if that even possible, and then we can prepare and then we can submit. But maybe the approval itself will wait until the IA has been signed and completed, but we will prepare that in parallel nonetheless. Like Cisadane, yeah, Cisadane also we prepare in the before the IA, and then the approval will come after the IA is already signed.
Ya, mungkin I will ask for the process, for the detailing process is possible or not and balai ready or not, maybe with Balai Bali ya Bu.
Yeah.
Kalaupun itu akan diproses paralel, penyiapan dokumen dan sebagainya. Nah ini kemungkinannya sejauh apa, tapi yang jelas untuk proses persetujuannya semuanya setelah IA.
Betul.
Kan? Jadi kalaupun mau penyiapan, diskusi dan sebagainya, dokumennya apa saja, tapi tetap persetujuannya nanti setelah IA. Nah, proses dari pemasukan dokumen dan sebagainya sih, menurut saya setelah ada dasarnya IA sih. Tapi nanti mungkin dari Balai Bali atau dari Direktorat Bina OP kira-kira akan bisa menambahkan. Kalau untuk itu kan I will ask to Balai Bali the last discussion that will be to location with the 3 barriers. One of the barrier will be operate and maintained by the Balai. So for the deployment and also installment, do you have any suggestion if jika pemasangan barrier yang di lokasi Kota Denpasar dan Kota Bandung yang masih membutuhkan persetujuan pemerintah daerah untuk mengajukan rekomtek. Nah ini prosesnya akan seperti apa? Apakah mau dipasang yang Bali dulu yang tanpa rekomtek atau seperti apa? Mungkin sebagai gambaran timeline untuk kegiatan deployment ini karena kan perlu pendatangan ini ya barang ya dan sebagainya dan terkait dengan musim penghujan. Mungkin itu dari Balai Bali ada gambaran, silakan.
Suratnya sendiri siapa permintaan segala macam. Dan juga
Okay, thank you, Bu Ari. My voice is clear?
Silahkan Pak Denny.
Ya, baik, terima kasih Bu. Jadi untuk yang lokasi di Tukat Badung, sesuai dengan yang kami sampaikan sebelumnya, itu dari pihak Pemkot Denpasar yang di hulu, termasuk juga dengan yang di hilir, akan mereka memproses dari sisi perizinannya Ibu. Jadi mereka melalui Bapak Sekda akan mengajukan proses perizinan tersebut kepada Kementerian PU. Nah, sehingga nanti setelah proses berjalan, tapi tentunya hal tersebut berdasarkan perjanjian ataupun yang kita bahas sekarang, Bu. Tapi kami sudah meminta agar bisa dilaksanakan secara paralel, seperti itu. Walaupun nanti setelah selesai masa operasional 5 tahun, nanti akan diserahkan dari Balai untuk yang di Denpasar atau Tukat Badung bagian hulu, diserahkan kepada Denpasar. Kemudian yang di hilir atau yang di pura tanah hilap itu akan dikelola oleh balai, seperti itu Bu. Sehingga konsep perjanjiannya, serah terimanya adalah dari balai ke Pemkot Denpasar untuk yang di hulu Tukat Badung, sedangkan yang di Tukat Badung hilir adalah tetap di kami. Kemudian untuk di Tukat Badung, itu karena ada satu titik, jadi dalam masa pengoperasian tetap dari TOC, kemudian setelah selesai masa pengoperasian, dari pihak Badung berharap agar itu diserahkan kepada mereka, Ibu. Jadi secara prinsip untuk kedua kabupaten kota ini, mereka sangat merespon dengan baik dan berharap ini bisa segera berjalan, sehingga nanti mereka juga bisa berperan dalam proses pengoperasiannya setelah selesai 5 tahun. Dan selama mulai instalmen tersebut, mereka juga bersiap untuk masalah pemilahan sampah sampai dengan proses delivery-nya kepada tempat-tempat yang memang merupakan pengolahan sampah tersebut, apakah di TPA Suwung ataupun menjadi di TPS 3R. Seperti itu kira-kira Bu Ari.
Baik, terima kasih Pak Denny. Jadi mungkin itu ya Bu Ira. So all of the process, of course the regional government will commit to prepare all of the requirements for the technical recommendations, but all of the process will be start after the EA. So if we plan, but this is the optimistic plan, as I said before, that we will try within this August with the first comment sent to TOC. Hopefully, if there's no other issue, we can all of the simplified colossal and others with the annex, additional annex and others can be settled within first or the second until the second week, the last until third week or fourth week of the August. We will circular in our internal government, yeah, in the Ministry of Public Works.
Okay.
So if there's no issue, we will conclude in September hopefully ya. Mungkin itu sih perkiraan waktunya. So September I think for the installment. So we need to know the arrangement of the untuk proses alatnya sendiri Bu, mulai dari proses untuk kirim, pasang itu butuh berapa waktu, because we don't have any information from the start from the sending from the deliver of the barrier itself until when is the timeline to install receive I mean apa sampai di sini sampai di sini to Jakarta, and then from the Jakarta to Bali how the mechanisms, and then installment in Bali. Jadi mungkin itunya kan belum ada gambaran, we don't have any information yet, so I think based on that planning of for the installment, because we will discuss for the another requirements for the delivering for the equipment and installment and everything. Mungkin itu sih Pak.
Ya, baik Bu Ari. Mungkin biar mudah pakai bahasa Indonesia dulu ya. So I'll speak in bahasa Indonesia. Pak Marco, Leticia, and Ibu Maika. Jadi status untuk manufacturing maupun delivery dari barrier dan partnya itu sendiri, ada satu parts yang diproduksi di Indonesia. Jadi kita ada satu tipe barrier yang menggunakan floater, kemudian satu steel steel screen. Steel screennya itu diproduksi di Indonesia. Saya dapat kabar hari ini atau minggu ini itu sudah selesai produksi di Indonesia. Kita akan melakukan pengecekan dari Ocean Cleanup dalam minggu ini. Itu yang digunakan untuk deployment kami di Bali, kemudian juga di Kali Jambe sebenarnya Bu Ari. Kemudian untuk floaternya itu sendiri, kalau kita bicara barrier seperti yang dipasang di Cisadane, kita expect arrive di Indonesia itu di port Indonesia di pertengahan Agustus. Kemudian kita punya warehouse di Jakarta. Domestic shipment ke Bali kemungkinan sekitar 2-3 hari. Jadi sebenarnya kalau kita hitung dari mid August, kita bisa sampai di akhir August itu barang sudah ada di Bali. Karena sebelumnya di dalam timeline kami perkirakan atau kami siap-siap sebenarnya untuk pemasangan di akhir September. Jadi itu kita yang coba push untuk material production maupun shipment agar sesuai dengan indikatif timeline di end of September.
Pak, nanti untuk gambaran detail, for the detail information for delivering and what kind of the requirements that we should prepare to support on this. If needed, we should, we can prepare in advance. To avoid any burden in TOC regarding the long process for the EA will be affect to the transportation and others. Maksudnya nanti kalaupun IE-nya ini terlambat, Bapak udah terlanjur kirim, nanti kan ada beban juga di TOC gitu, yang akibat keterlambatan ini. Jadi mending kalau memang sudah final untuk IE-nya nanti sudah mendapatkan persetujuan Pak Menteri dan Pak Dirjen sudah bisa segera tanda tangan. Nah, mungkin Bapak sudah bisa merencanakan untuk pengiriman dari Belanda untuk yang barrier ataupun untuk proses transport kan Bapak akan meng-hire lokal transport ini kan, ya forwarder kan, ya supaya nggak terus karena ini prosesnya transportasinya akan dibebankan ke TOC, berarti untuk surat menyurat perizinan apakah tetap diperlukan?
Kalau kaitannya dengan tax exemption tidak Bu, karena kita pakai komersial sekarang. Jadi apapun yang terjadi mid August itu material sama partnya akan tiba di Jakarta, kemudian kami simpan dulu di warehouse di Jakarta.
Tapi kan tetap yang kami tanyakan adalah kalau itu kan ini ya proses bahwa di dalam kerjasama ini untuk izin kepada Kemendak dan juga Bea Cukai atas kegiatan ini meskipun nanti pajaknya memang akan komersial ya, berarti tidak diperlukan lagi.
Tidak. Jadi kemarin memang disepakati bahwa kita akan cover kalau misalkan ada import tax dan segala macam.
Iya, kalau covernya iya, cuman untuk surat
untuk Kemendak gitu ya.
Prosesnya.
Coba mungkin nanti kami cek lagi kemudian diskusi dengan
Karena kan
Mbak
kita
Alexa.
punya IA nih Pak. Memang itu kan memang barang itu akan datang dan dipasang atas dasar kerjasama ini. Masa nggak ada pemberitahuan kepada pihak? Meskipun nanti beban semuanya memang oleh TOC ya. Kan bedanya adalah yang dulu interceptor kita memproses untuk proses penerimaan dan sebagainya, terus pembebanan biaya teks dan sebagainya. Nah, kalau ini apakah diperlukan lagi atau tidak gitu dengan mekanisme yang berbeda gitu.
Baik, mungkin izin nanti dengan Mas Reksa ya, Bu. Kami punya detail bill of materials-nya. Nanti kita mungkin sama-sama. Harusnya sih ada beberapa, misalkan yang produce locally, harusnya sudah
Oh iya,
ada.
kalau produce locally nggak masalah.
Iya.
Maksudnya master list yang akan didatangkan itu tanpa pengetahuan project owner. Berarti hanya TOC aja.
Itu masuk di dalam, jadi misalkan kita kan di dalam salah satu diskusi dengan misalkan teman-teman di Bali gitu Bu, itu ada detail design. Di situ melampirkan detail materials yang akan kita pakai. Kayak misalkan shackle atau rantai seperti itu disebutkan semua di situ. Jadi detailnya sudah disebutkan memang di dalam dokumen yang kita biasanya selalu diskusikan dengan BWS atau BBWS dan juga pemerintah daerah.
Udah, nanti dilihat lagi ya Pak.
Iya.
Soalnya ya nanti dicek lagi apakah ada perbedaan yang harus, maksudnya apakah ada perlu dukungan surat dari pusat gitu untuk proses itu. Kalau memang tidak diperlukan juga nggak apa-apa sih, tapi tolong dipastikan lagi ya.
Siap Bu, siap.
Itu aja sih. So I think this is just for to make sure all of the requirements for delivering equipments and also transferring from the Jakarta to Bali. Is there any support from the central office regarding this project? Yeah, nanti please make sure once again with all of the entities that you will proceed this delivering of this equipment. Ya, maybe ada tambahan lagi mungkin yang mau didiskusikan. Is there any other agenda who want to be discussed in details? Ya, silakan dari Kemenko.
On the
Let's try to summarize. So for the example of Bali, if we are hosting a signing moment, I'm actually wondering,
we do the level 1 and the level 2 agreements at the same time for signing, and also potentially choose location. Are we doing online signing, or are we requiring a moment where we're all together to sign? This would be one of my questions. And then if we require an offline signing moment, maybe it's good to set a date rather sooner than later.
Regarding the option of the signing, whether it will be circular, I mean, signed by the Ocean Clean Up, then the DG, then, or do the ceremony for the signing, it's still not yet decided because we need we have to report to our DG the possibility time regarding have the ceremony on the signing. But the tentative timeline maybe around September, yeah, if all of the EA can be settled within the second or third week of this August. And for the this is your question, yeah.
Yeah, and then we
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about level 1 and 2 together.
For this Bali, we will do level 1 and level 2
Together.
for only for Bali. So we will do the signing master EA with the DG and the deployment with the Balai Bali, with all of the regional government if they need it. But we separate 2 deployment, one for the Sekda, ya, Badung, satu Sekda
course.
Denpasar, ya.
Yeah.
Then also maybe we can prepare with other regional government, Bu. So in the interest of time, if we can catching up also with as much as where Bali is, so that we can be ready maybe sooner than later. Yeah.
Maybe to add one specific case. So for example, in Bakassi, we are quite far processed already with all the documentation, all the letters needed for the permit. So that is ready. Also, we have received already from BBWS a pilot permit. So we are ready to deploy. Everything is already shipped. So if the implementation agreement, I think it's the only one missing before we can deploy. So we can, if this can happen in September, for example, then we can deploy as well there.
Okay. Ya. Ya. Siap, Bu. Ya. Betul. Nanti kalau mungkin ada PIC-nya yang bisa kami kontak, Pak, supaya nyambung diskusinya. minta izin untuk nama dan biar kita sambungkan.
Just for your information, we are running 5 process and with DLH, with the land owners, we have separations. So we
Yeah.
focus 5 part, then we should take the main of the rest of next year.
DLH dan kemarin ketemu dengan Sekda.
Kabupaten.
Saya ada kabupaten Ibu.
Iya.
Iya. Ya. Tangerang. Betul.
Sebelum puasa sebenarnya kita sudah
Sudah ada
pertemuan
dengan Cilicis, Bu.
Cilicis.
Iya.
Dari SLB, usernya kan Kabupaten Bekasi sama Kabupaten Tangerang. Dan balai itu akan mencatatkan dulu si barang ini di aset balai. Nah, mungkin mereka ada sedikit pertimbangan lain ya, karena mereka yang sektor.
Oh,
Oke.
Nah, mungkin loh ya,
Iya, iya.
kan tanya belum respon.
Betul.
oke.
Karena masih ada beban berat di sektor dulu.
Iya.
Di aset mereka belum bisa
Siap.
Jadi kami sudah seperti apa, karena semuanya kurang
Siap. Nanti kami sampaikan ke pertemuan.
So I think please from Pak dari Kemenko silakan Pak. Jika ada tanggapan.
Ya, izin Bu Ari. Berarti di sini kita mengkonfirmasi untuk kontraknya itu nanti ada 2 ya Bu ya. Ada 2 ya. Yang pertama kontrak besarnya atau
Master IE.
Master
Ya,
IE-nya.
Master IE.
Iya, kalau kita biasanya nyebutnya kontrak payung. Setelah
Ya.
itu nanti per wilayah-wilayah itu nanti juga ada IE-nya dengan BBWS itu gitu ya Bu ya.
Ya. Yang
Berarti
deployment agreement gitu
ya
Pak.
deployment agreement. Nah, itu nanti berarti sudah dapat tangga ininya ya Bu ya. Rencananya ya, rencana untuk ditandatanganinya ya Bu ya di September.
Nah ini Pak, tadi kan proses kami adalah kan masih perlu penyesuaian beberapa klausul. Tadi ada klausul-klausul yang mana sangat berbeda dengan kesepakatan sebelumnya.
Oh iya.
Jadi sebetulnya di agreement sebelumnya itu
Iya.
ada MOD sama IA. Kedudukannya levelnya sama dengan Master IE sama Deployment Agreement.
Iya.
Cuma kalau nggak apple to apple antara Master IE sama si MOD-nya. Nah, Master IE-nya tuh detail banget sekarang. Termasuk karena ini hibah, harapan kami kan jika terjadi dispute antara dua belah pihak,
Iya, benar.
itu menjadi diskusi antara pihak-pihak yang terlibat. Nah ini kok dia memasukkan bani, itu satu. Nah kemudian hal-hal lain kayak semacam objektif dan sebagainya, karena objektifnya juga simple. Ini objektifnya detail sampai dengan deployment dan sebagainya. Nah kalau klausul detail itu, kalaupun memang perlu kita masukkan di dalam deployment agreement. Nah sehingga objektifnya lebih sederhana.
Iya,
Gitu.
benar,
Nah,
Bu.
maksudnya klausul-klausul itu jika nanti penyesuaian yang kami kami berikan ke TOC tidak bolak-balik lagi terlalu lama, mungkin dalam minggu pertama kedua Agustus kami nanti setelah itu lapor internal ke Pak Menteri kan izin bahwa sudah ada
Benar.
pembahasan, baru nanti kita jika beliau setuju ada persetujuan surat kuasa. Nah surat kuasa ini memang sedikit berbeda. Surat kuasa ini biasanya Pak Menteri mendelegasikan surat kuasa dari Bapak Menteri kepada Bapak Dirjen, beliau tanda tangan. Cuma nanti Bapak Dirjen akan mengkuasakan lagi kepada Kepala Balai untuk menandatangani deployment agreement ini.
Benar.
Karena nanti yang bertanggung jawab adalah KPA. Nah,
Iya.
proses ini kami masih diskusi juga dengan bagian hukum untuk pendelegasian wewenang penandatanganan. Nah, jika isu itu tidak terlalu lama, mudah-mudahan bulan Agustus itu bisa selesai. Hingga September dan sebagainya mungkin nanti kita diskusikan lagi untuk penandatanganan. Tapi yang pertama kami proses adalah untuk yang Bali dulu. Mungkin
Iya.
itu.
Untuk yang Bali ya Bu ya. Ya, makasih Bu Ari. Tadi saya diskusi juga kontak-kontakan juga Bu dengan Pak Asdep. Saya juga minta arahannya Bu. Pada prinsipnya Pak Asdep ini kita memang di sini mengawal ya Bu ya. Seperti apa IA ini dapat selesai dan dengan segera. Jadi Pak Asdep ini berpesan kita coba cari formulasi agar ini program bisa terimplementasi segera Bu. Jadi kita juga mempertimbangkan juga kan di di internalnya PU juga ada proses juga ya Bu ya. Dan kita juga menghargai itu. Mungkin seperti itu Bu dari Pak Asdep tadi pesannya. Terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih Pak. Nah ini juga saya ingin menanyakan juga Pak, di
Baik, Bu.
dalam contoh tahun lalu, tahun lalu 2023 dari perwakilan Kemenko waktu itu Bu Nani juga tanda tangan di dalam Master IA. Nah, apakah di dalam Master IA ini nanti Kemenko akan menandatangani atau tidak? Nanti mungkin infonya nanti Mas Reksa share ya yang
Boleh.
yang lalu sama yang sekarang. Kiranya berkenan tanda tangan atau enggak. Sekaligus mungkin komen dari kedutaan karena harapan kami bahwa TOC ini tidak berdiri sendiri, tetap di bawah Government of Netherlands dan perwakilannya ada embassy di sini. Itu tadi sih, jika memang klausul BANI harus ada, kami butuh embassy di sini karena memang ini dalam rangka mutual coordination ya. Itu dalam kerjasama saling timbal balik, tidak perlu agensi untuk settlement of dispute. Nah, sehingga jika terjadi hal-hal yang menjadi dispute, kami perlu bantuan dari pemerintah Belanda juga yang ada di sini perwakilannya. Nah, maksud kami melibatkan dari perwakilan kedutaan seperti itu sih. Nah, mungkin dari kedutaan Mbak Asa ada masukan.
Baik, makasih Bu Ari. Izin kalau untuk dari kedutaan sih sebetulnya mengikuti yang pengalaman yang dulu sih kami tidak masalah. Sekiranya jika dibutuhkan tanda tangan, tapi mungkin nantinya kami harus mengecek terlebih dahulu untuk Master IA-nya seperti apa dan kira-kira levelnya apa jika dibutuhkan perwakilan dari kedutaan supaya setara. So maybe also to translate in English. So basically, based on the experience before, I think it should be okay for the embassy to also sign. It's just a matter of we need to check in detail regarding the master EA and who should sign from the embassy side. Will it be the ambassador or someone else? It depends on the level from the government of Indonesia also.
I think I would like also to invite from our colleagues from the Bureau Planning and International Cooperation from the Secretary General, because based on this discussion, we will process the internal process to get the permission from the minister. So maybe for this cooperation, I would like to invite from Biro jika ada tanggapan atau masukan mungkin terhadap kerjasama ini kami silakan. Perwakilan dari Biro PSLN jika ada masukan atau tanggapan kami silakan. Jika belum ada dari Direktorat Sungai Pantai atau Direktorat Bina OP dan Direktorat Bina Teknik, jika ada yang akan disampaikan kami silahkan. Okay, so I think that's our colleagues maybe not yet give any response, but of course in internal process we will inform all of the colleagues to have kind of the inputs for the master EA and the deployment arrangements. So I will offer to TOC once again, even Bu Leticia or Pak Marco, Bu Maike, if you have any other agenda to be discussed or you want to give some mention, Bu
Yeah.
Ira, silahkan.
So my last point indeed was related to the Dutch embassy. So as I maybe we can align offline to see the best process and how to involve in the master agreement.
Maybe to summarize a little bit, Bu Ari, for Bu Leticia and also Pak Marco to understand a little bit. So the next step will be we will wait for the input share from the Ministry of Public Works to us based on the input on the Master of IA. And that expected to happen in August. While in parallel, also internally, the Ministry of Public Works the minister will prepare the power of attorney to the DG, and then after that, the DG maybe to also to sign further the mandates to the head of the BBWS. So that will be the party who will in charge for signing for the deployment agreement. And hopefully that will happen. Everything we can finalize in the end of August or early September, so we can sign the master of agreement early September, and then the deployment agreement for Bali also we will start with that more or less at the same time in September. That's the more or less the summary, ya Ibu Arya. Thank you.
Yeah, from Leticia and Pak Marco, do you have any final comments before we end of this discussion?
For me, just a clarification, Ibu Ari, regarding the comments that you have regarding the master agreement, the master implementation agreement, how we are going to exchange these comments. Are you going to share with us by email this week, and then we can return?
Yeah, I will share to the I will share through email, but please let me know who is the correspondent or the address should be include in this email. So maybe after this I will ask Bu Ira or
Yeah.
the team for the email for the correspondent for the comments for the EA and the deployment arrangement. Yeah.
Yeah, and also the handover certificate, how you wanna
Yeah.
place the text that you wanna place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's one point. The second point is, as Mike raised, how we are going to do this with the Dutch government. For the previous agreement for CCDAN, it was reviewed by the Dutch government here in the Netherlands. So I think it's something that we need to align as well, but it's more with the Dutch government that we follow the right process.
Okay. So
I think that's all from my side. Thanks a lot, Ibu Ari.
yeah, thank
the
you,
team.
Miss Leticia. I hope you can come to Jakarta September, October, yeah.
I will.
Okay, and also Pak Marco. Okay, thank you once again for the fruitful discussion this afternoon. So I will close this meeting and we will process our internal process corresponding with you by email for the comments for the Master EA and deployment agreement. Sekali lagi terima kasih Bu Maike, Bu Ira, and all of the team of the TOC and join online and offline, Miss Leticia, Pak Marco, and dari perwakilan dari Kemenko dan juga dari all of the representative and DG Water Resources from Kedutaan Besar Belanda. Thank you. Terima kasih. Wabillahi taufiq walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang dan terima kasih.
Everyone, terima kasih.